Pozdravljeni, poslušate Radio Marš, frekvenca 95,9 MHz. Z mano je pa res poseben gost, samooklicani finski Saksikäsi. So, Juhani, what up, man?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Tell me the second part of your name here, Juhani Saksikäsi. Is not your actual last name. So what is it?
Yeah, it's not. Juhani is my real name, and this Saksikäsi is it means scissor hand. It's Finnish word for that, and that came back in '90s when I was spinning records on one bar and cutting like doubles, break beats, and that. And one drunken guy came there and was like, "Oh man, you cut like Saksikäsi, like scissor hand," and I took it from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you've been rolling since '95, right?
I think '95 around there came my first like official releases that were I was selling tapes on streets and yeah.
Proper on the
yeah.
So the reason why you're here, tournée. So you have a tour.
Yeah.
Dimensions Instrumental Trip Hop Journey Tour.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I assume this is connected directly with the new album.
No, it's not. I play a lot of my stuff from through the years on that tour. I did one album. It was quite different. Kind of same name, but it's not about this thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
I will play a lot of stuff from early days also.
Nice. So you're playing all of your shit.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah.
Dope.
And long gigs, I will play like 3 hours today here. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
3 hours.
Yeah.
That means from 8 till 11.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, from 9 to 12, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we said you were gonna roll a lot of shit, not just your new shit, but you do have new shit.
Yeah.
4422.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the record is pretty much one long song.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very trip hoppy, but I think you can also sense, obviously you're a crate digger, right?
Yeah,
So you have
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a sense of like and multiple progressive type sounds.
Yeah.
In this, also somebody who enjoys some kind of progressive rock sound could also tell me like what are your inspirations, who sort of inspire you to come into this particular music scene, and what are now your favorites?
Well, actually, of course it's a long story, but my father has he ran his whole life a second-hand record store
In Helsinki?
In Helsinki, Finland, yeah, and I was helping him on one record fair at I think beginning of the 90s or end of 80s or something like that, and I bought my first Public Enemy and Run DMC albums from there. And then when I listened those, my father recognized the samples and played the originals from his selves. So I got this idea back then that, hey, you don't need a band for this type of music, that you just pick those things from other old records. And it came from there already, that idea. And well, my music, like where I to take inspiration, it's really wide, but I could say that mostly 60s and 70s music, instrumental stuff, fusion jazz, instrumental progressive rock, all weird Italian composers. The weirder stuff, the better, I think. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree,
yeah.
I agree.
And then actually nowadays my music used to be more like a straight hip hop type of beats, but then I got this idea that I'm trying to make like I take something from those 70s and 60s things, something how the songs goes, and so that there can be different parts and everything, and try to do it with hip hop ways anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So combining things.
Right. That's cool, and
Yeah.
I think you even expressed specifically in tour you have, or on this tour you have, that you're looking for places of subculture bars, places like this, little underground music holes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
yeah.
that probably stems from your musical philosophy as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, there happened in my music this, that I had a long break. because of my other job is bicycle mechanic, and my life has been bicycles and music since kid, I think, and I think that this bicycle thing, it's more like work, and this is what I want to do. Like I don't think about money on these music things anymore. I used to think, but it wasn't good back then, and then I had a long break, and when I started again, I thought that now I just want to play on places that I really like, and not thinking about money things. Just and actually I don't work with record labels anymore at all. I want to do it like you do it yourself. Yeah, like it was when I started, and I feel young again. Nice. I'm 42 years old, but I feel young again.
Yeah. So going back a little bit to your record, 4422, I listened to it, obviously. Yeah. I think it's really cool, but I'm curious as to what the idea was, 44-minute one-song format. What is the journey you wanted to convey, you wanted to get the listener to feel? Like, what is the idea behind this specific record?
Well, actually, you haven't seen the records back of that album. That
I have the CD at home, but I haven't expected it. I just listened to it.
Okay. There is a thing behind that album, because actually I bought Akai MPC Live 2, and I have usually I have worked with old MPCs and rack samplers and really old stuff, but I bought this new thing and I loved it, and when I was learning how to use it, I at the same time that album started to come. Then I had got a gig in Äänekoski, Finland, in this one art jazz festival, and I asked from them that is it okay if I make a completely new work for there, because the gig was in one art park there, and I didn't know how the audience gonna be there, and they were like, okay, hey, that's cool, and I did this work for there, and it's recorded live there. So yeah, so it's like
I saw the description in the bottom. It's live at a festival.
So that's the idea of that album. That it's not made in studio. It's recorded live.
So you're just gonna cut it out.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, actually, that was my first work for some festival that it's play it first time live and recorded, and yeah.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, and people took it very, very good, because
as I saw, you've been on various dates. How you feel in Slovenia for now, man?
For now, really good. Really nice place. I came quite late yesterday. It was really long traveling. I left home at 4 o'clock in the morning and was here at a little bit before 9. So I haven't had so much time to walk around here. But for now, it looks really, really great, and I love this venue. This is really good.
Yeah, this
amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard about this from Domen, so the owner, the boss man. But at Grammofonoteca, though, before it's in some other venue, it wasn't this particular place. Madlib was here.
Yeah, I heard that, and also Qbert.
Yes, Qbert was, which is insane.
I have met Qbert end of 90s in Finland.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you've known him for a while.
I gave him some of my records back then.
Dope. That's dope. So, being that you're sort of a self-proclaimed, or now proclaimed by me, a Finnish or Finn DJ Shadow, I'm gonna ask a bit of a fanboy question. So you are one of those introducing fanboys, or are you more into some of his later stuff?
Of course, introducing.
That's the main shit.
Yeah, that was like when I heard it first time, I was like, whoa. And back in the days when it was released, it was something. It changed my thinking about beats. It was amazing. And then Preemptive Strike also. But after that, I don't feel it so much.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I understand that the musicians has to change. But I always want to keep something from what I have done before, and add new things to it, not change the whole sound. And
cool.
Yeah.
So being that you're from Finland, right? And you said you've also performed around Baltic countries.
Yeah.
And your stuff is amazing. It doesn't really require knowing Finnish language, even though I haven't heard all of your older shit. So you also rapped in the past?
Yeah, I'm one of the first. I'm like pioneers in Finland on this Finnish language rap. I was one of the first guys who did it. But then at some point I kind of get fed up with this rapping, and I was more interested about making beats. I don't want to say just beats. It's my music. It's not just beats.
Yeah, it makes it sound like it's less legitimate. No need to just call it beats. Yeah.
Nowadays I get more for myself doing instrumental music than rap. I write a lot, but every time I trying to record something, I feel that I've done it thousands times. I don't feel it anymore.
You're sick of it.
Yeah,
I understand. So, what I also wanted to ask you is, since I think your record, for example, this one is a very good introduction into the scene there in Finland and other countries surrounding it. So, what are some things that you would recommend to somebody who's like a student radio listener here? Some hip-hop legends, instrumental, rap, doesn't matter, from your region, from your country.
Well, there is in rap, there is Asa. He is one of the legends, and I really like really good lyrics, poetry. Like he's amazing. On beats, there is instrumental music. There is. Well, there is a lot of people doing it nowadays, but they don't release stuff. There is this odd thing that people just put short snippets in Instagram and stuff like that, but they don't ever like release anything. I'm the old school guy. I make albums. I don't even release singles. So
I'm curious. This is just now sort of an idea that popped in my head, because this old trend, I felt like back in the day, short hip hop albums were Illmatic, which is 50 minutes long, 48 minutes long. Nowadays, a thing that wouldn't back in the day even qualify as an EP is now an LP. I mean, it's the main album. So how do you feel about that trend of things getting shorter, getting 19 minutes long, for example?
Well, 90-minute long album, I think it's too long.
19. When
19. Okay. Well, I don't mind that, because I have noticed that in punk rock and in rap, EP works very well. It's enough mostly. And of course I like very much 60s and 70s music, and the albums were about 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and that's really good length for album. It doesn't have to be anything else. So short albums, it's fine.
So you would qualify yourself as more of a fan of shorter music than I mean shorter projects.
Yeah.
Cool. So man, this interview was really fun. The music is really good, in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of our music editorship on the radio, and obviously Domen. So just tell the people, where can they hear you, where they can buy your stuff, your albums, etc.
I have done from these my newer albums CDs directly from me. You can contact me from Instagram or Facebook. Directly, cheap shit, €5 per CD, and I can send you via mail, or you can listen from Spotify or Bandcamp, or actually on those streaming platforms. I use mostly Spotify.
Okay, so you're everywhere. Not hard to find.
Worldwide.
Dope. Hey man, thank you a lot for this interview. It was dope.
Yeah, thank you.
Peace out, Radio Marš.
Peace.